Welcome to episode 3 of the OneHitOne.com Godcast podcast, entitled Religion Divides, Spirituality Unites. I am your host, Ankh Kaur, and I invite you to be enlightened, outright intrigued, as we explore a new take on an old topic.
The oneness of our original awareness state is evident when a baby is born. The baby recognizes nothing of its surroundings. As far as a baby is concerned, everything is still oneness. We then start to learn to interpret the stupidity of our brainwashed parents. We then learn a number and language system and become indoctrinated in the seductions of our other senses, and so the reality we call life starts to take shape. We then store a memory bank full of events to recall. Add to this mix the trauma of fear, stress, and anxiety, followed by religious guilt and decades of subliminal and not so subliminal programming. We then become totally hypnotized, and just like sheep, we follow the pack, going through life like mindless zombies. We accept this version of reality, a version we never questioned or chose, but deep inside we know something's not right.
Let's get it, let's go.
The devil whispered, "You cannot withstand the storm." The warrior replied, "I am the storm."
Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve are the names given to the two reproductive characteristics of the atom and the light. Adam is the first atom. Eve refers to the light emanating from that form. Atoms form the first humans, hence the name and play on words. Eve is the dawning of creation, the coming of the light. Eve is likewise the evening or the end of the light. This symbolizes the beginning and the end of the light, the Alpha and the Omega of the bringing of light, which in turn symbolized the light bringer, the bright morning and evening star. Together, they represent the creator of light, the creator God called Lucifer, who is the light bringer. This production of the physical light is the ability to see. The ability to see is produced by the electricity contained within the atom.
It is his.
The name Lucifer is derived from the word Lucim Far. Lucim means bringer. Far is light, the bringer of light. Genesis chapter 1 of the Old Testament fills in without any doubt who the light bringer is and who or what Lucifer is. Genesis verse 1 and 3 states, "In the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. Then God said, 'Let there be light,' and there was light." The same concept of the light bringer has been applied to Jesus as well. In the New Testament, Revelation 16, we read, "I, Jesus, am the light and morning star." Jesus is the light, therefore Jesus is Lucifer. Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, and Judaism, they all unknowingly worship Lucifer, who is the light bringer. Of course, religion demonized Lucifer, and all the arrogant sheeps of the world still think that he's some horned devil entity or fallen angel, which keeps the public from ever finding the truth about the light association with atoms.
Remember when you was a kid, you thought evil looked like a hornhead motherfucker, and he was red with a tail and a pitchfork? But real evil looks like Bill Gates, Dr. Fauci, the Rockefellers, and that egghead motherfucker with no chin, the W.E., yeah, him. Look at the picture, you know the motherfucker.
Shaitan is the Arabic word for Satan, which means knowledge or enlightenment. This enlightenment is the notion behind the name of Lucifer, the light bringer, thereby making Lucifer and Satan two names meaning the same thing. Both of these names then refer to enlightenment, or coming to the light of the knowledge of the truth. El, spelled E-L, El, is the inspiration for the term electricity. Electricity is produced by the elect lady.
Your
El
body runs
is
on
the great
electricity.
architect
Every
of the
heartbeat, every movement, every thought happens because of tiny electrical signals traveling through your nerves. Your brain alone produces enough electrical activity to power a small light bulb. Without these signals, your muscles wouldn't move and your heart wouldn't beat. In a way, your body is a living electrical system.
El is the great architect of the universe, the so-called creator God, the bringer of life.
I saw the sky break open wide.
You are now tuning in to the One Hit One Godcast Podcast, Episode 3, Religion Divides, Spirituality Unites. And my first guest was a chance encounter with a Catholic priest whom I simply wanted to know. It's been said there are many roads to enlightenment. Thus, we are not here to explore who's right and who's wrong, but what's right and what's wrong.
This is Encore, and I'm on the bar with John of God. No, I'm just playing. And I'm going to ask him a few questions about religion and get his take on whether or not it unites or divides. So, John, does religion unite people or divide people?
I would say you have to define the terms first.
Okay, my term is...
By religion?
My term is Webster's Dictionary. Division means separates people.
What do you mean by religion?
I mean what you know to be true, what you believe, what you've been taught, your way of life, your philosophy, your dogmas, all of that. You know what it is.
No, I'm a Catholic, and I would say religion as a virtue is justice rendered to God. Okay? Or religion as a whole structure, as a set of beliefs and customs. So what you believe is basically call it to what? To do what? To live my life totally dedicated. There's no denying that the church is the people that send
Light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness.
Just ran out of weed. And if anybody got a 3.5, meet me in the front.
Grab your parents before watching. Just look.
For the Democrat Party making bitches out of our women and pussies out of our men. I'm tired of it. I've had enough of it.
And Hinge. I wanted to remind us that due to inclement weather, church tomorrow is canceled. Get your ass out, Ken.
Look here, bitch. You can't pray the hoe out of no bitch. She gotta wanna change.
You've encountered yet another episode of the OneHitOne.com Godcast Podcast. And for my next guest, I was moseying around the Beltline. I ran into a guy who claims to know the truth. Allow me to introduce Isaiah.
This is Encore, the One Hit One Godcast, and I'm out here once again with the people. And I'm here with Isaiah, and we're talking about religion divides, spirituality unites. Isaiah is of the persuasion that Christianity is the truth. He's of the persuasion that Yeshua's name is Jesus. I want him to tell me why he feel like he know or he believes the truth, and his way is the right way.
Well, it's not my way, it's Jesus' way. He says I'm the way, the truth, and the life. And before this, our conversation, I would have to tell you my entire testimony to tell you why I believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God. And the only way I say Jesus because I don't speak Hebrew. His Hebrew name is probably Yeshua.
Hey, no problem.
We're going to do this in love. I do have ignorance. I don't know everything about Hebrew language and everything like that. But if we're going to do this in love, we have to be fair. So I'll let you finish, and then I'll finish, and then you can finish, etc. But before this, we have two questions. I said that I would answer yours if you answered mine. So my question is, you're saying, would a loving God allow a man to live in the belly of a whale? We're speaking about Jonah. The problem with that is, my question to you is, right now, there are babies dying, people starving, and we know that God is all-powerful and nothing is too hard for the Lord. Yet he's allowing it, but we know that he can stop it. So is he not loving because these things are happening? Or is there something that's maybe above our level of understanding because God never changes? He's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. So the question is, he could have a man be in the belly of a whale for purposes that are greater. Jesus died on the cross for our sins. Is that not love? That's the greatest example of love. Is someone laying down their life for their friends, and that's from the Bible. So the real question is, why wouldn't he?
Is it scientifically possible for a man to be thrown in the ocean and swallowed up by a whale and survive 3 days and be spit out?
Who created science? Who created this? What is science? Science is a study of what is. They study what is, but who created what is and who makes the laws of physics?
The Creator created creation, and it's true and exact, and not even He can go back and change the 50 laws of the universe. So
why can't He change them?
Because they're true and exact, and once they were made, they were put in place. They cannot be changed. You know.
I said that you don't know.
Then we will have to see, based on what is. If you are in alignment with what is, then time will tell.
I'll ask you a question. Does the Bible say that God's ways and His thoughts are higher than ours?
The Bible says a lot of things, but once again, man,
that one thing.
It probably does, but like I said, the Bible says that. I don't believe anything like
Well, do you know that God is smarter than you? Like His ways are higher than your ways?
I know that the Father and I are one.
I think we both agree that God is smarter than us and He may do things that we don't understand.
What do you mean by smarter than us?
He knows more than we do.
I was like, bitch, fuck you. Yeah, I called her bitch to her face. She was mad as hell, too.
You're still tuned in to the One Hit One Godcast, where it's always sure to be a stone cold blast, baby.
To adapt, my core belief is really fuck rap. I'm just a poet forced to adapt, but my passion feels some absence like Tupac back. Hail Mary, follow me contrarily. I do not subscribe to ideologies of piety. Spiritual systems meet artivism and gods to disassemble the frauds. Niggas be making me yawn. I'm motherfucking tired.
If you use it, stop saying the N-word, damn it. It's our word.
And now for my next guest. He's an associate, a confidant, a friend whom I met years ago while attending the Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses. Welcome to the Godcast podcast, Soul. Hey, this is Encore with another edition of the OneHitOne.com Godcast podcast. And I have with me on the phone today, Soul. Soul, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
All is well. Today's episode is called Religion Divides, Spirituality Unites. And I would like to ask you, what's your experience as far as religion versus spirituality is concerned?
So I think I suffered, or I've experienced a very extreme form of religion, namely being that of Jehovah's Witnesses. And then you were there, you were one too.
Ironically enough, yes, I grew up a JW, and many other known people have grown up JW. In fact, I think I'll put a list together, but let me know how that has affected you from childhood into your adulthood.
I think in my childhood, it put a lot of fear in me. And it seemed really restrictive, and the people, most people that I had been around that were involved in it seemed like very extreme type of people. But the irony is the people that I was around, they were extreme in the belief of it, but then they were extreme and also doing evil things too, and then judging everyone else. But it's like the craziest roller coaster ride I think I'd ever been on in my life.
I completely awoke to the fact that I was raised in a cult. Jehovah's Witnesses really do drill on the fact that we're not supposed to follow a man. But when I realized that we were founded by a man, I always felt like that was a little hypocritical. Even if we tell you to do something that doesn't sound logical, you need to do it. It's coming from Jehovah. They believe that there will be a war of Armageddon where God has a war against the world, where he basically annihilates anybody who's not a Jehovah's Witness. The mind control is executed so perfectly that it has to be the devil.
Wow. I will say my first interview was with a Catholic priest, and we went into some of the, some of the Catholic problems, but I edited a lot of it out.
Yeah, it is a psychological trip. And I notice a lot of witnesses, once they leave, they kind of go wild because they've been, in some ways, oppressed. Now, I will say that I think that there are good things about, having a family or just living a clean life that they preach that are good, but it's just so extreme and it can be damaging. But anyway.
It definitely can serve as a protection mechanism because it keeps you out of the streets, it keeps you from selling drugs, it keeps you out of gangs. So there's a good element about it, but I think that the fact that it takes you off your purpose-driven path and, shapes your life in a way that's totally dedicated to the organization. And they want you to give while they give less than. From when I was involved in it, it was all about building the organization, quick builds, and acquiring property and real estate for the organization, and giving to the organization. But there was little give back. What do you feel now? Do you feel like it's the truth?
I feel like anything else that there is some truth in it. Is it the absolute truth? I don't think so. And I don't think any religion has the absolute truth. I think everyone's got a piece or piece.
Well, religion is man-made, and if you tap into this episode, you'll see some of the real truth.
I can remember when I broke up with the mother of my first child, how she went and she slandered me, and she told everyone all these lies and evil things about me that 90% of them were not true. She was upset that I broke up with her while she was pregnant because of what she did. She went and just tried to destroy my character. And so, looking at Lucifer, I was saying to one of my friends, I wonder what his side of the story is.
Well, yeah, Lucifer has a side of the story, and it's pretty much totally opposite of what religion has deemed it. And so, religion has totally bastardized and hijacked truth for its own agenda, and everybody's protecting their version of the story. There's many celebrities, and you may know a few, but I'm going to mention a few that are Jehovah's Witnesses. You've got to see a pattern amongst these celebrities. You got DMX, Crazy Bones, Terrence Howard, Cat Williams, the Wayans brothers, Michael Jackson and family, Prince later on in life. You know of any others that I might be forgetting? Because I see a kind of a common thread amongst all of these. And I only use these people because they're celebrities. Yeah, Ja Rule and Biggie Small. One thing that I find about all of these people is they kind of are good people with good hearts. They really pick the best of the best when it comes to recruiting and converting and proselytizing individuals. As far as spirituality on that side, what do you know about that now that you've come beyond the religious veil?
So last year I had a spiritual awakening of my own, and it was a full-blown experience, and it's still happening. And what I will say is I think spirituality is something that is, if it's real, it's not something like that is going to be marketed. Like I remember the Jehovah's Witnesses had a convention, and one of their talks was called Advertise the Kingdom of God according to Jehovah's Witnesses, right? And so for me, I think a real spiritual...
What was the nature of your awakening?
Man, it was so personal, I don't even really like telling people, but the only thing I can tell you is it was shocking. Religion has a lot of dogma in it.
What do you mean by dogma?
I'm going to read the exact definition.
All right.
Yeah, and so this is why I wanted to read this to you, because I wanted to make sure I said it the right way. So dogma is a principle received down by an authority as unquestionably true. It is accepted by group members without doubt or question, often applied in religious, political, or scientific contexts. And so with witnesses, like, if you try to question them on anything concerning what they believe in the Bible or their interpretation, it's almost like you're talking to a brick wall, because you're going to think you're the one who's crazy.
Well, I know from being involved, you're taught to shut any doubt or any questioning down. You know, they give you certain scriptures to try to justify, their stance and their positions, and then they don't really come up with really solid biblical proof and answers as to why they implement certain rules and regulations. I did research, and I found that, in fact, Charles Rutherford and Joseph Rutherford, founding members, were indeed 33rd degree Masons. And so my take is that they had something to do with all religions, and that it was an effort to divide the people so that they could keep total control,
the final chapters,
which is what they have.
Reveal a breathtaking
we have 13 families running an entire world. So it's time to start to question unquestionable tactics that have been implemented regarding religion versus spirituality.
So what I will say, in line with what you were saying, so the Jehovah's Witnesses, Charles Taze Russell was a Freemason, and so was the guy who studied, the guy that formed the Mormon organization. They were in the same lodge, Charles Taze Russell and him, and also I'm a 3rd degree Master Mason. And I really can't say this what it is, but there's a page on
the Heavenly Jerusalem,
the Lodge book, the same one that they read out of back then,
the questions,
the same one that I read out of, but there is something on the first page of the book that explains their whole mission as to why they created those religions.
Behold, the dwelling place of God is with man.
It's so many.
He will
It's unbelievable.
dwell with them, and
what can we do moving forward?
Wipe away every tear from their eyes, and death shall be no more.
Access the truth
Neither
about
shall
why
there be
we're
mourning,
here,
nor crying,
what we're
nor pain
capable
anymore,
of,
for the former
and
things
where
have
we're
passed
going.
away.
I think that we are
Until this day we live by
stuck
faith,
in
believing
eternity.
beyond the brokenness of this present age is a
which is
kingdom
called
more beautiful than words can describe.
a
place
Free
where
Will
every
was
longing will
saying
be
how
fulfilled, every wound will be healed,
the goal was
and
Christ
righteousness will
consciousness.
reign forever.
Another Jack the Mac, she was saying how
Revelation 21:5,
we would take
behold,
quantum
I am
leaping
making all
on
things
a
new.
collective basis for us to overcome being trapped in this cycle of reincarnation. And Free Will also mentioned that either you're here to assist with the ascension process, or you're trapped and you don't know how to get out. So those of us who are light workers and way showers, we would like to know that we're here to assist others, which is the purpose of the Godcast. So the One Hit One Godcast podcast is airing for those who want to grow. I think we're trapped if we don't know the knowledge, and if we keep an open heart and open mind about spirituality. So I don't even have the luxury of believing anymore, and to believe it's not know. But I'm writing a song about it, and the lyric goes, I used to believe what now I know, and I know you won't believe me because it's unbelievable. I used to believe what now I know. And that concludes another interview with the One Hit One Godcast podcast. We'd like to thank Soul for sharing that information with us. Stay tuned, because we have one more interview left, and it's sure to be a doozy. And now for the final interview of this episode of the One Hit One Godcast podcast, we welcome back Miss Deanna Dawn. Yes, this is Encore with yet another interview for the One Hit One Godcast podcast. I have with me a returning guest who needs no introduction. Deanna Dawn, how are you?
I am wonderfully well. How are you?
I am well. The topic of this week's episode 3, is entitled Religion Divides, Spirituality Unites. And the query that we're exploring is, what's the difference between religion and spirituality?
Do you want me to answer that?
Yes.
Religion is basically the Abrahamic doctrine-based practices of what they consider worship of who they consider God to be. That's religion by definition. Spirituality is the fact and embracing the fact that we are all spirits having a human experience. So spiritual people operate from that baseline. Religious people operate from some Abrahamic book, either the Torah, the Bible, the Talmud, or the Quran. So that's the difference.
What about the Bhagavad Gita, is it?
Bhagavad Gita it's religion-ish, but Buddhism and Hinduism are not as
indoctrinated.
As indoctrinated. I was going to say doctrine-based, but indoctrinated into the culture as the Abrahamic religions. The main three are based on the prophet and seer Abraham.
Well, in my research, I found that there's way more religions than I accounted for. And having done so, I'm trying to identify, in your opinion, which one is the truth.
The truth is what the truth is, which is we are spirits having a human experience. And how we choose to express as humans, which all religions are humanity experiences, how we choose to express is how we choose to express. It's like choosing to be one color versus another color, choosing to be male versus female, choosing to be trans versus hetero, or a regular smegular gender person. These are choices made once you're in the human experience. Spirituality is the baseline of who we are. We are all spirit, whether we talk about it, want to be it, whatever, doesn't change the fact. Again, all these things are based in ancient truth.
Is there like a sky daddy who we can all call upon to bail us out, if you will, when we are sinning? Is there a son who we can rely upon to forgive us when we've done wrong?
So yes, if you go back to the absolute origin of all creation, there is a mother who gave birth to the father of loving light, who has become the sky daddy, the father of loving light, and the mother then came forth the father of manifestation. But their first offspring was Heart, who later incarnated as Yeshua, the Christ. So yeah, it all exists. Whether a person is using it to divide themselves from other humans or say, I know the one right way, or not, is where the fallacies come in.
So, what's your take with regards to spirituality?
Spirituality is our natural state of being, and the quicker we tap into our own spirit, the easier life becomes, because we are then unified with all of creation, with all of nature, with all of the creators, angels, guides, and those who dwell on the other side of the veil. And we are one with that journey of spirit expressing as spirit. Once you know as a human that you are a spirit, first and foremost, then you're able to be connected to the part of you that always lives on the other side of the veil.
What is your take, your viewpoint on the angelic assistance and or realm as we should know it.
Angels are some of the first energies that emerged in the heavens when beings were being differentiated. We all started as one. So they are billions and billions fold. There are many, 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 many angels. They are angelic beings, have bilocation, trilocation. They can be in many places at once. They are foundational in all of creation, and they are mighty. And every human has at least one angel.
Everyone, when they comes into a life, is never alone. They have a guardian angel that's assigned to them when they come into the life. They have to be with you your entire life. The guardian angel takes care of you to assist you. But they cannot interfere alone. They don't know there are guardian angels that are assigned to you when you come in. And they can't interfere. So they said, if you don't ask us for assistance, we don't have anyone to assist.
Call upon your angels as if free will reigns supreme. And if you don't ask, they can't intervene. It's like having a genie and not using it.
All of them have the truth in them according to the people who believe.
So if you had a message to send to mass in closing, what would your message be?
Let your religion be love and spread your religion everywhere you go.
I'd like to thank you for yet another poignant, tripolarizing interview for the One Hit One Godcast podcast. Once again, I am Encore, your host, and this has been Deanna Dawn. Well, thank you.
My pleasure. Always a pleasure.